So take out one island. Yeah, I mean you could easily play Verge. Bringer not good in this deck. It might be, actually. Take a look at it. 1 second. I think we take out these two Verges for these two Verges. This gives us 10 red sources, 14 with the passage if we need it. Maybe too much black now. Why do we need the swamp? Don't think we need the swamp. Let's go one more. Okay. This taps red on its own. Yeah, that's fine. What was the question? Bringer? And the other card too, right? You can try one Bringer. I mean, this is an Ardyn deck first and foremost, but Valgavoth is actually not as impressive when you're Kavaeroing it. But bringing Bringer is a 6/6. Try it. I would play the other one too, the what's it called? This thing. Let's go one of these in the sideboard. What's up, Cribs? Yeah, we'll play one Myojin. And I think I want Fire Magic. Probably over the torches. And trajectory is also kind of weird. We went down between lands. Probably like this, 23. Yeah, that seems fine. Okay. What, we're 1-0 with this deck? No, 1-1. Lost badly. Cute. Okay. Submit. The creature artifact that entering with the +1/+1 counters and creature the many gnomes and power. I don't know. I'll just look it up after. Threefold Thunderhold. Okay. I don't know if like what that card is. So. All right, I'll just play this. I think this probably doesn't happen very often because you want to just discard your creatures and just Kavaero. Second one might. Proft kind of is really good against the Beastbinder. Alright, playing Tersa. Sure. Still get a 5/5 out of it. Guess it goes away, but I mean, if we find Kavaero here, we get to go Kavaero, Bring It or Light, sack everything, then get back Ardyn. Yikes. Oh, we just did it. We just found it. It's just here for us to play with. Okay. So, doesn't the way this works... Okay, let's see if we understand this correctly. We cast. Oh, Now we get back Ardyn and Bringer. And we can Ardyn back Tersa. And yeah, it's just they're off it. Okay. Overlord is the most important card here because you're trying to find Kavaero and also mill. So it looks 5 deep for you. For the Kavaero part at least. The Proft obviously is for your creatures, but well, we just whiffed. We did mill and a Winternight. No, we didn't. It's just full mill. Full whiff. Okay. It's good. Do we go another Overlord or do we just play Winternight Stories? Seems better. Ooh, Torch is nice. A little exile target. So now we're just looking for Kavaero and let's lead with Scholar. There's Kavaero. Yeah, you could just discard the Nightclub. Play that. You could also discard the Nightclub and the FOMO, which is better. We just want as many cards in our graveyard as possible. Yeah, the way Kavaero works is that they can't even, like, removal doesn't matter here. We just wipe the board regardless. Oh my god. Are you ready for it? Are you all ready for it? Better to get this in the graveyard. Why not discard 2 creatures? I wanted to get the land, but I guess I could have. I guess that maybe I should have even to discard the Overlord. Fair. I think it's overkill though. Like, I don't think you understand what we're about to do. So let's see what's to understand. This is the exile one. This is the first. Okay, cool. So it's just automatically like that, but you do need to make sure you have it. Yeah, you realize we're also grabbing a Roboroid. I don't think you realize it, but we're grabbing a Roboroid here. Is there a way to go haste? Which one was getting haste? Okay. There is a way to go haste. So we actually could keep the FOMO for the future. We can keep the FOMO in our hand if we're getting a Scholar for the Ardyn. So because you want the FOMO to have the haste so you can trigger it Ardyn multiple times. But because there's Overlord, it doesn't matter, but yeah, that was something. That was something. Tactics. I'm scared of tactics and stuff that are graveyard. So let's do this in Abrade. And just take out. Honestly, maybe just removal. Just go all in. Might want to add more of what? The Bringer to Lights? Playing 3 of them. But maybe. Well, yeah, you need to have Delirium or FOMO to work twice, but regardless, it's a really good creature to have demon. Was wondering, is the new Spider-Man Shock good in 4-color control? Probably, yeah. Probably some amount of them. It doesn't like fully. It might even replace Starting Town if you're playing like more Verges and stuff. Possible. Mm-hmm. I do discard this and I just double Overlord next turn. Just soon in as that combo went off, what prevented them getting their creatures back and gave them to you instead? Their creatures were already in play. So the way it works with Bringer to Light, it's like Living End. It takes the creatures from play, puts in the graveyard, puts the creatures that were previously in the graveyard into play. They had a board full of creatures, and we had nothing. We unblocked. Yeah. Mm-mm. So, sorcery creature land instant. Yeah. Yeah, we do, but they have Keen Eye Curator to take it away when they had mana. We didn't discard Ardyn because they were gonna just take away our Ardyn immediately. But okay, guess we're dead. Pretty good start. Strategic Betrayal, Tactics, and Keen Eye. Those are gonna be good cards here. Mm-hmm. Maybe we don't mind a few Bitter Triumphs. Got like one Tersa. Oh, Ardyn's good though, yeah. I have 0 Starting Towns and for 0 Multiversal Passage. Which one is better to dump for rares? I would say Multiversal Passage also, but it's pretty close. Okay, we'll keep this. We have Proft. I mean, we were gonna lose to Betrayal anyways. Oh. Building. Yep. I think we discard this one, but I guess it is worse. Yeah. Alright, we'll get rid of one. Eight mana? Can we reach it? That's huge. Not so huge. I mean, at this point, our graveyard is kind of weak. We should just leave it in the graveyard, though. Alright. Overlord attacking is kind of game. Actually, no, there's no reason to do that right now. Attack with Overlord. I'm just gonna hardcast it. Kavaero? Don't know. Maybe grab Ringer. Because tactics or whatever gets rid of it. 6 mana, so it's pretty doable. Reach to 8. Once we, yeah, something like that, for example. Man, this deck is sweet. It's the one time. Now we have Ardyn for nothing. Oh, Overlord. Ardyn for Abrade. Oh, never mind. That's game. I forgot there's Ardyn for Abrade over here. Yeah, just 5/5. So we get a combat here. I can attack with this and tap. Yup. Cool, fun things. Yeah, so like when it works, Bringer Light, when it works, it's amazing. Same goes with Ardyn. But you do need like a graveyard full of cards. Pretty wild. What do we hit? FOMO, Scholar. Just grab FOMO here. It's cheaper. Next time we go Tersa. Yeah, I actually think we discard this and this, so fine. Double Overlord is better. We don't have double black yet, but 10 cards to find Kavaero. Let's do Overlord first and then attack. See what Tersa hits us. We're gonna be at 7 here. Much FOMO. Yeah, I'd rather just play FOMO. There it is. Oger, but you're dead because we have Kavaero. Oh, I should have maybe blocked, right? I don't know. Okay, so Kavaero Bringer, Ardyn, game. Would have been better to block, but I guess now we can gain a bunch of life, so it's not so bad. And then we can still Ardyn back. Pretty sick. Qarsi Preacher. That's probably it. This may be a Braid over Torch. I'm on these threes. They're a little on the slower side. Maybe like 2 Braids. Maybe Fire Magic is okay too. I think we just trim like some discard stuff. Man, this deck will be pretty weak though to Rest in Peace. You just have to kill them with Proft. Kill them with Kindness. Might be a really this might be a really good best of 1 deck. Yeah, let's go raid. Without Kavaero, you're dead. This may have been a mistake. They can go burst. Oh, yeah. This was not a good play. Alright, I guess it's fine, but. Yeah, maybe you do need a Zombify, but the problem is 3 Kings is that Zombify doesn't work with Bringer to Light. It's just a 6/6. 6/6. Okay. Proft over here. Try to get a big Qarsi on Kavaero. Yeah, because it isn't casted, correct. Yep. Cage is white though, and there are not a lot of other casting spells, but yeah, Kona doesn't cast it either. It's really just Kavaero, and I guess it is true that Cage works with it, but with Cage you need 3 creatures in play that you don't want to sack your 3 creatures, you know? So we bring her to light, and we get just that back, which is still good. Hopefully that's enough. Maybe I should have discarded a Scholar for this reason. What do we discard? Winternight Stories? Okay, so we should have discarded a Scholar then. Damn it. Okay. Hope there's not a burn spell and we can get a bunch of life here. Agri could do it, yeah, but you also take 8 damage for that, and there's no reliability. But you're right, Agri could do it. We're about to gain some life. You were definitely coming out, and we don't have anything else to do, so it's just that, really. Hopefully that's enough. Reenact the Crime could do it also, but it's kind of far-fetched. Yeah. Reenact casts. Hee ha ha ha. I messed up though. We wanted to get rid of Scholar. Just because we had Kavaero, we should just shit. Should just ditch our creatures a little bit more often there. I mean, one thing we can do. I mean, this is I actually have an answer. We just play Yago. We just instead of play Zombify, we play the Valgavoth's little dude, and then we just get back Kavaero into play, which works. But only if you cast it. So no, that doesn't work. It works with Ardyn, but not the other one. Blue and red. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, Yagavoth's Faithful. We just play like 2 of those, and then which card? Valgavoth's Faithful. No, it's not instant. It's sorcery, and it's also it's not perfect by any means. No, it's not a cast, but it does work with Ardyn. Because you don't need it with Ardyn to cast. And if you play Valgavoth, then that does work as a cast. Not as a cast, but if you play actual Valgavoth, it works. The point is you can get it back into play with Overlord. Alright, we're taking some damage, aren't we? We sure are. Get to Kavaero. What's our graveyard right now? Discard a Proft. Alright. Jump blocking. We go to Kavaero, wipe the board. We're at 6. We have 3, so what are we missing? Enchantment, sorcery, land. We just need a creature. Okay. I mean, they're just dead if we find a creature here. No, creature. Damn it. So now we have... Oh, we did find something. What did we find? Oh, instant. Okay, cool. That doesn't actually do much here. So they have a lightning strike on 1 full. I think we take out the torches as well. So it's these braids and bitter triumphs. Yep, seems good. Why doesn't Kavaero exile the bringer? It says exile the card in the end. Yeah, because it's already in play. Since the Kavaero, the way there's two the exile is a trigger. So if you stack it or order it to get the bringer to light into play first from the bringer to light's first ability, then it doesn't exile itself from play just from the graveyard if it's there. No, the way Magic works is if the card says exile it and it leaves the area that it's in, like you're not exiling anything. Like if I was to say, if I were to have this burnout astronaut or for play, for example, and I target with exile target creature, and then they then bounce it to their hand, it's still going to be like it's not going to exile from their hand. Yeah, exactly. I did say that once it changes zones, it is no longer the same thing. I was giving an example while we hit the jackpot yet again. We have Bringer to Light in the graveyard, so we really just want to go Qarsi to try to gain some life. I mean, if we yeah, I think we care more about the life gain and anything else than just discarding FOMO or playing Overlord or something. Yeah. I get back a Screaming Nemesis if we do this. What if I just don't block? Go to 7, brick it, and then attack, go to 10, and then play Bringer. So here, take a look. So this second trigger, you see this this bringer to light in the graveyard. When I hover here, it moves up. That's the trigger, and then this is the exile trigger. So you want to do this first, and then this comes into play from the bringer to light. Now nothing is getting exiled. This deck will definitely struggle against against Burst Lightning, Screaming Nemesis stuff. Not that they have it here, but they really don't have it, right? I don't think they do. Based on how they played last turn. This is probably not as good of a matchup if people knew what is happening. HR just Superior Spider-Man someone and I was on one life. Thanks, feels good. Oh, nice. You're already trying it? Yeah, exactly. Milk it while we can. It's exactly what we did last time with Dimir Reanimator. Milked it until people started playing freaking Vacuum in their main deck. Until we go into Radam and his 4 Rits in Peace. Maybe we'll just win with Proft, though. With our opponent. Oh, in the main deck? Jeez. Yeah, Grixis definitely not Reanimator. I think we should probably play a Kefka. At least in the sideboard against some sort of control. And yeah, Kefka is a really good card, so probably should play Kefka. Either Kefka or Riddler. Both of those options are fine when it's just not here. Oh, they're there. Okay. Maybe we can get value. Like if we draw another FOMO or a Proft or something, maybe we'd rather play Proft to save the nightclub value. I should have a very similar deck with Kefka and Oculus and Riddler before Spider-Man dropped. I mean, how are you getting? I'm assuming she wasn't playing Bringer to Light and Ardyn, so that doesn't sound very similar. Playing Kavaero this afternoon, I realized it is a human, same as Yuna, so I'm tuning a Yuna Kavaero 4-color with big enchantment creatures, 4 caverns, 4 secluded courtyard. That seems really cool, Laura. I also thought about Kavaero being a human with Yuna. And I was like, maybe there could be some sort of 5-color, 4-color, 5-color deck. I wish you luck. You need a big graveyard for both of those cards. And you also need to find a way to not be too weak to Rest in Peace. Which is why, like, usually Yuna works well with Kona.